It's a little chilly on top of the world.
Yes, we're on the wrong side of tunnels. It's 20 degrees colder on the west side than the east side.
But this is the world's toughest test. This is what it's all about. What do we have here?
We have the 2017 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X model.
Yep, and this is the Golf H Awards for 2017. This is the final entry in the midsize segment, and an Ike Gauntlet is coming up right now. This is a very familiar engine, the 4-liter V6 that's done work in the Nissan Frontier for a very long time. It produces 261 horsepower and class leading for gas motors in a midsize, 281 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to a 5-speed automatic transmission that seems old by today's standards, but this is still a really good and reliable setup.
The midsize truck trailer is a stalker from CM. It is 6 feet wide, 14 feet long. We've got it weighted up to 6,100 pounds, about 600 pounds of tongue weight. So it's just the right width that we can see with the mirrors on our Frontier. Inside is the water tote and two 55-gallon drums of water. So it's nice solid weight. The trailer is level, we're loaded right, and there you have it.
Downhill run in the 2017 Frontier. Woo! Wow, it's sunny out here.
Whoa, there it is.
Holy
Look at all the
moly.
water, semi swerving all over the place down there. Whoa, look at that guy. Okay, I'm hitting 60, my first brake application.
Okay, so as always, on the way down, the downhill portion is worth 25 points for the Ike Gauntlet.
Right.
And every time we have to hit the brakes when we reach over 60 miles an hour to bring it back down to 50, it's minus 1 point.
Okay.
Remember the GMC Canyon did one brake application?
Yes, that
Remember
was the
that?
diesel.
Yes.
And that had exhaust brake
Yeah.
and all those things, so it was made for downhill.
The rear end ratio is 3.357, which is kind of an odd number, but Nissan always has a different calculation for the rear end ratio. We're using the same scoring system in 2017 for the Ike Gauntlet as we did in previous years, and this is how it breaks down. On the downhill portion, the maximum points the truck can get is 25. Every time we touch the brakes to bring the truck down to below speed limit, minus 1 point. On the way up the mountain, 8 minutes is our benchmark. Every 5 seconds over that, a truck loses a point. You cannot get bonus points for going faster than 8 minutes. On the uphill, 6 mpg is our benchmark. Every point 2 mpg below that, a truck loses a point, but a truck can gain points for going over 6 mpg. Finally, subjective part. Every reviewer gets 25 points maximum to allocate to every truck. We average those scores together, add them up, and get the final value for the truck. For the 17 year, max towing is 6,450 pounds actually.
Okay,
on this 4x4.
Yeah, we're towing 6,100 pounds.
Yeah, 6,100 pounds here in this trailer. The other point I was going to make, we have about 1,040 pounds of max payload, and we're basically hitting that at the limit right now because we have approximately 600 pounds of tongue weight. I want to address one point, is that we do not manually shift the transmission.
Right.
And we do that across all trucks because we want to compare how the transmission and the truck and all the computer systems in the truck handle downhill and uphill. Obviously, we could downshift manually, right?
Yes.
And we could hold it, right?
Right.
But that's not the point of the Ike Gauntlet in this comparison. 8 brake applications on the way down in the Frontier, so it's a little bit more than the Colorado. Colorado had 5, and obviously the Canyon was almost a perfect score with 1 brake application for the Canyon diesel. So let's see how the Frontier goes up the hill.
Yes.
The 2017 Frontier is now in full-on competition against the Chevy Colorado and the GMC Canyon. You're gonna tickle that thing?
I am trying to.
Boom! I started the timer.
Keep hitting the windshield wipers.
Nice.
Hey, we're almost 5,000 RPM.
Whoa!
This little 4-liter V6 is giving us all she's got, Captain.
The Ike Gauntlet is an 8-mile run up one of the steepest interstates in the country. This is I-70 going up to Eisenhower Johnson's tunnels.
Right.
7% grade. At the very top of the tunnel, we are at 11,158 feet of elevation, over 2 miles above sea level.
Yes.
Well, let me measure the sound. 1 second. That was about 68.3.
Well, that's really good.
That's quiet, actually.
It is. Andre, do you really know how long 1 second is?
Well, that was more than a second, wasn't it?
No, but that is very good. 68?
68.3. That's below 70 decibels.
Yeah.
You know, big trucks like big V8s like the Chevy Silverado, they were like 72 decibels full throttle.
It doesn't seem, it seems loud to me, but I'm glad you measured it because that's good. We test these trucks the way we get them. This Frontier didn't come with a factory brake controller. So what we had to do to have trailer brakes is use this Intella hitch. It's a receiver hitch, goes on your receiver 2-inch on the back of the truck, and then you hook your trailer to it, and your cables go through it to the trailer connecting the truck. And that gives you a signal. So when the truck brakes, it pushes the plunger inside the receiver hitch. And that plunger activates electronics and brakes the trailer. Does it forward and reverse? It's a very useful tool to have when you don't have a trailer brake in the truck.
You guys keep asking us, you know, when's the next Frontier gonna show up? And we don't have an answer. What Nissan has told us was they're gonna finish all of their Nissan Titan rollout.
Yes.
And that includes the King Cab that just showed up in Chicago.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Whoa! Big potholes. And they're also gonna roll out the Titan V6.
Yeah.
So when they're done with that, then we'll hear some more news about the Frontier, but not until then. And I know it's been a long time, but this Frontier is still competing with us here.
Yeah, and I understand that they're trying to give the Titan its best shot. But on the other hand, this thing makes some money. They sell units. I mean, you don't want to totally drop this behind. I mean, this may still be the biggest money maker as far as units sold. I certainly would not ignore it too long.
Of course, you'll immediately recognize the Frontier coming and going. The styling is the same it's been. But for 2017, Nissan has added some new graphics for the PRO-4X package. You got our graphics here on the hood and also on the sides. Fully loaded Frontier you see here, including the sunroof and the PRO-4X package, everything retails for $37,000 MSRP. We're doing fine. We're almost at the top. We're holding the speed, well, what are we, at 50 miles an hour?
Yeah, right at 50.
And MPGs, what, 3.7?
Yep, it is 3.7. It did finally come on after I saw the little lines there.
Well, it takes a while for it to reset.
Yeah, it wakes up. Wait, we're almost to the end, aren't we?
We're almost there. I've got my timer. We have a clean run so far. We weren't affected by traffic.
I think it's going to be a good run. I think the numbers are going to be good because this thing has actually done really well.
Well, you know what? Frontier never ceases to surprise me.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I think, oh, okay, it's an older truck, it's not going to do quite as well, it's not as powerful. You know, this V6 still, the 4-liter, is still one of the more powerful by torque.
Yeah.
You know, most torquey engine in the mid-class, and it does very well.
Yeah, I like this truck. I mean, it would be one of my top picks if I was buying a mid-size soon. I think I spent too much time now on project trucks.
Okay, I got my timer here. Okay, we're at the end. Okay, and stop. What are we at MPG?
3.7.
3.7. 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, so it wasn't quite the benchmark of 8 minutes that we hoped for. Out of 25 points for the Frontier, what is your subjective number?
That's a tough one because I'm going to give a little extra points because I think it's the best value in a mid-size class.
Okay.
I love the PRO-4X decals. It fits me well. The armrest's a little short in the middle, but I thought it did well going down the hill. Didn't break as many times as some of the bigger trucks have. Going up, it's a little bit slow, but I thought it handled it well. I mean, it stayed close to 60 all the way up. We just had a few times it dropped off.
Yeah.
So that makes it tough. I mean, I wanted to give it a 17. I'm probably closer to a 16, but I do like the truck.
Okay.
That's where
So you're
I'll
about 16?
I'll go
or?
about 16. I like to go
16.
higher.
Kent, I always consider what would I improve to make it a perfect score for myself. And the truck's quieted a little bit too much, but overall usability of it and utility is fairly good in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it 18 points.
How come you're always higher than I am?
Well, I don't know. I like these trucks.
Okay. Well, I do too. 63 is the final score.
There you have it. Mid-size class is in the bag, and we're always looking forward to more testing in the summer, and of course next year, right?
Yes, in the summer when there's no snow on the ground.
Please go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews, and where else?
MrTruck.com.
Thanks, guys. We got to get out of this frozen tundra.
Ciao. Wow.